Yo everyone, and welcome to this production breakdown video of my remix of Clutch by Austin Hull, which is out everywhere now, so you can stream it on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, your favorite streaming services, and the link is in the description. And I'll try walking you through the production of my remix and talk about how I made some of the sounds, how I arranged them, and yeah, just a production breakdown video. So let's just jump into it. Okay, for the beautiful intro, we have these pads. So the main pad was made out of the original guitar stem right here. Without any effects, it sounds like this. Then I added U-Jam's Fin Dynamo, which added this low rumbly texture with some grain delay, and I really liked it. And then I added Portal for more grain delay and sparkle. EQ'd out the low ends, then delay and some shimmer for reverb, the shimmery effect, and drown it out to make a pad out of the guitar. Then I rendered it out to audio, and I should freeze the original track because it killed my compute. And it sounds like this. I have another pad layered under a vocal pad that I made out of the original vocal stem, using the same technique as of the guitar. And yeah, that's how it starts out. And then the verse starts with a chonky bass stab.
Got a little baddie in a drop top, cool about friend. Swear she gon' run my life away.
We have a piano first of all, chords,
In a drop top.
which is from Labs, the soft piano plugin, and some Portal for the grain delay and reverb.
Got a little baddie in a drop top, cool about.
The main vocal, which is mixed perfectly, but I ruined it for my selfish reasons. First of all, it's going through M auto pitch, which is doing nothing, and I just automated the form and shift later in the song. Then I ran it through Soothe to smoothen out some of the harsh frequencies, and then a frequency, which is an EQ, where I didn't EQ anything but just boosted 1.5 dBs for all the vocal tracks are running through lead vocals track, which I have, and then I loaded a vocal synth too on the group. Without it, sounds like this.
Got a little baddie in a drop top, cool about friend.
Very clean and very well mixed. But I had to ruin it, so I added this.
Got a little baddie in a drop top, cool about friend.
I don't know. It really adds a good textury dirt with some distortion and like the high pitch layer. And I mixed for only 23%, but it sounds good to.
Got a little baddie in a drop top, cool about friend.
And for the reverb, delay, and everything, most of those wet effects are the original stem.
Cool about friend.
Yeah.
Swear she gon' run my life or have some fun. I don't think I can escape.
Okay, and for the transition, first of all, we have these glitch tails that I made by adding a fuck ton of OTTs on one bass tab. And then for the vocals,
I don't think I can escape.
to emphasize this phrase, I added another low layer, low form and shifted distorted layer.
I don't think I can escape.
And it accentuated the actual vocal for the transition, and it worked really well.
I don't think I can escape you, clutch. Making me tight, but I
The transition really tells you that, yeah, you're onto some glitchy shit.
leave you, clutch.
Then we have, then I introduced some drums, of course, chunky kick, distorted kick, snare,
Tight, but I love your touch. Baby, I
kick plus clappy snare for that rhythm movement. Then I have this percussion stem, and then a percussion loop that I synthesized myself in Pad Shop 2.
love your touch. Baby, I can take it.
Really gives that metallic vibe and the groove that we all love. And this is the cymbal transition, this transition. with some wind chime layered into the sample. And then I have this cymatics loop that kind of drives the whole verse and fills out the instrumental spectrum of things. It's not even on grid. It's just not. It sounds really bad by itself, but together as a layer, it sounds really good and fills out the space. Then I have another piano, electric piano, layered, and all of them are going through a group that I used for more glitch transitions later in the verse. I just unbypass the plugin. More fills with your trick snare sample. The same vocal technique, the vocal layering technique. And for the bass, I have a distorted sine from Trillion. This is just a sine wavy bass with distortion and wave shaper. God, I'm insane. Oh, the wave shaper is doing a lot, so yeah. More glitches. Stereo bass layer for the actual low bass. And we have this guitar swell thing that it's the original stem. Yeah. And we head to the pre-chorus. The pretty vocals as always, and then there's nothing. There's just pianos and the pads and some impacts from Virtualite and Ace Aura. You swear you won't come around again, but baby. Then I have this the original guitar motif. And it's so bad. Oh my god, it sounds so bad. Why does it sound that way? I think I stretched it weirdly. That's why. Oh, a pitched up version, okay. Then we have the build up. And then for the vocals, I have this main vocal running through Lil Daughter Boy. I can taste the perfume on your neck. Take your nails all in my back. It's super distorted and saturated and just dirty sounding vocal now. That really fits with the theme I was going for the remix, a little more dirtier vibe, because bass. And then I have this pad texture, which is just the original vocal. Ran through Fin Micro by Ujam, and it's so good. It's used, and I boosted it to the max level. Then you get this texture pad, and I use the same thing for the intro. Yeah. We got the percussion stick loop from the original stems. Claps. Build up loop. And aim and break. For good measures, you know. We love aim and breaks. Ran through FX modulator for some groove. I love this plugin so much. I love this plugin. Cubase 12. Best edition ever. Oh my god. And this preset drum techno. Dark techno drums, okay. And it's just bit crusher, filter, and time shifter for some extra groove. And I ran it through Soothe too. And then EQ'd out the low end. More percussions, instrument loop, piano, and the main driving force for the low end of this, the chunky, fat 808. with a transient shaper for that kick like punch. We get it in the build up. And in the second half of the build up, we more glitch transitions. I love using glitches for transitions. It's such a cool way to like let the listener know that yeah, we're going from section A to section B. A failed attempt at making a neuro reese. And then we have the guitar motif from the original song. We have some risers, some virtual risers. I love virtual sample packs. I used a lot of samples in this song. The build up ends with a zap. And then this distorted mess hits. How I made this. I was really inspired from the Daria core stuff Veer was putting out. And I wanted to make something similar. So I just added a kick, a bass, a top line lead, put them in a group, added a wave shaper, squeezed the shit out of it. And it sounded super fun. I didn't use a distortion, I don't think, it's just staying there, and I automated these other effects. Okay, now for the drop. We have background layers of the vocal. This pad, textures, drums. Where's the kick? Just a kick. Amplifier kick. I love amplifier samples. Glass shattering sample. A clap that I made myself. Just for the drums. Okay, shut the fuck up. So just cymbals, just splashy cymbal. Stereo kick. I just added a lot of nitpicky, detailed kick and percussions. A future garage sample. A sparkly, sprinkly hi-hat. Oh, this is a kick with crystallizer on it. So for the like, without it sounds like this. Then a crystallizer. And then this loop. And for the basses we have. Oh, it's here. The project is really disorganized, by the way, if you can't tell already. Yeah, that's how I work. I should be more organized for the video at least. But I won't, cause deal with it. Just kidding. I'm just lazy, okay. So I have this another hi-hat. For the main wah, we have a layer of 3 sounds. Just Serum, random sounds I made in Serum. And this, a mode step sample, I believe, yeah. Added an LFO tool for the movement. Without it sounds like this, sounds like ass. But with the LFO tool it sounds nice. A sub layer. Color bassy, bleepy bloopy. I used convolution reverb for this color base. And you can make something similar using just a convolution reverb and using a chord as an impulse response for a random bass noise. Another layer for the color base. A pull up. sample from Leotrix's sample pack. A little. I use the same LFO tool technique to give it more rhythm. Yeah. Okay, so those who follow me on Instagram know how this remix started. And you should follow my Instagram, by the way, if you haven't already. I post a lot of music whips on my stories, and like I make more of these production breakdowns on there. So you should drop your follow, please. Thank you. So anyways, this the remix started off with a video on the Make Pop Music channel about how to mix vocals, the fundamentals. And Austin previewed this song, and I was so in love with the song that I sampled it instantly and extracted the vocals, and then I started remixing it. And it was pretty different from what we have now, but the vocal chops were there. Get pro vocals, make pop music. And then I used the vocals, ran it through some effects, OTT, snap heap, just using resonators. Tuned to the wrong chord because it's from that old remix that I started, and I never changed it because oh my god. Okay. Then Alter Boy, performance shifting, then Vocodex image line for that glossiness, then Soothe 2, and then some reverb for the stereo width. I had this ARP, and this is reversed. Same ARP, just reversed. These chords just emphasize the wah wah chord hits. I use Hammer, Imageline Hammer. I love this plugin so much. Then I have these Reese and bass samples that I made myself prior to this session. Then everything turns into telephone quality. Don't you fall, then followed by Don't You Fall in Love, Don't You Fall in Love. Then panned around for more stereo madness. Then we have a slow down movement with this bass. Boom boom. And this is an Ash Taylor preset. Bestie. More random glitch. The same Future Garage loops. And we had the distorted shit again. But this time I wanted to make it sound a little more messed up and make it sound like computer can't take it anymore. Yeah, so I added an elephant tool for that prrr movement. Then a funny vocal sample. Then a more stagnant bass pattern with the same bleepy bloopy color bass that I showed you earlier. And then the sub also following the pattern. Hey, chant from Eliminate Sample Pack. And then that fades into this post drop thing. A little clap impact from Virtual Riot. And an actual impact. A super spaced out guitar. And a Reese. Then we head to the second verse. And for the vocals, it starts with the same vocal technique of distorting it and running it through Alter Boy for that low layer.
Wires up boots and the Louis V belt. Say she got the wires up boots.
Then I have this really cool Neurories fill.
She got the wires up boots and the Louis V belt. Say she only drinking it from pouring top shelf.
And for the vocals, we have some little delay throws on the last word of every line.
Boots and the Louis V belt. Say she only drinking it from belt. Better than hell.
And for the main groove, for the main thing, we have a percussion loop, or the original percussion loop. I love this one. I used it a lot throughout the song, yeah.
Boots and the Louis.
It's really subtle, but it really adds up to the groove and really adds up to the rhythm. And then for the main driving force of the whole verse, without which it sounds like this.
Boots and the Louis V belt. Say she only drinking it from pouring top shelf. She a little
There's actually nothing without these four serums, which are just layers for making a Neurories. It sound like this together. This is the, I guess this is the bass layer. Okay, I used an 808 preset from Ash Taylor's sample pack. And then this is the kick layer from the same 808 preset, but I separated them both because I wanted to process them a little different. So it gets that attack. And for the effects, there are a lot of OTT, some texture for the high and crackle, Pro Q, is subtracting some mud and some harshness. OTT again, snap heap, overdrive. Okay, I could have just used an overdrive. Snap heap. Pro Q again, cleaning those muddy frequencies after the distortion. Then Pro MB for taming the low end. Then a multi-band shaper for giving the low end a little more attack. It's like a transient shaper. It's a multi-band transient shaper basically. And wave shaper for distortion. Basically, it's made out of a lot of distortion, lots and lots of distortion. And then the higher layers go. It's a barely left preset. It has the same processing. Lots of filter movement. It's this Neurories is all about getting that movements right with the distorted bass. Same processing here, in my opinion. Yeah, just another layer on the mid layer. Oh, this is the same 808 preset. Okay. It's adding a little more stereo width to the whole, and a lot of movements, lots of move filters, and then the group is processed differently without any of this. Sounds like okay, pretty dead. Okay, so then we have a V clip, smashing everything. Oh my god, the input is on plus 33. Have this. We have a volcano. This is the main reason it gets the wow wow movement because of the bandpass filter. another E.
Drinking it from pouring top shot.
That's it for the layers. Then I used Soundworks' sample, a watery sample for the layer. Give the reverby reese a little more texture, a little more character.
Oh, it's in the Louis V belt. Say she only drinking it from pouring top shot. She a little bougie, but she better than hell. Swear that she don't need him.
Then we move to the second half of the verse with this snare fill from the original track.
Don't need him.
Added a tuck-tum.
Swear that she don't need him, man, but she coming home when you need him.
And then we have more drums. More claps, snares from the snare from the original track.
Need him, man. Coming home with me tonight.
Then the guitar makes a comeback. It sounds so horrible. Oh my god.
Need him, man, but she coming home.
By itself. Together it sounds really cool. I love it. Background vocals. These are just the original stems.
Need him, man, but she coming home with me tonight. Lock the door and dim the lights.
Pad makes a comeback.
But she coming home. I don't think I can escape.
Then using a glitch transition again, we bring it back to the first verse. It's exactly the same as the first verse, so I won't even.
Feel too much. Maybe we can walk with all the little down. Tie me up and
Same pre-chorus.
baby, I can taste the perfume.
Same build, just copy pasted.
I can taste the perfume.
Okay. In the second half of the build-up, I switched the vocal for a vocal chop. That I just drag the vocals into a sampler. And then rendered it out. And added some distortion.
It was worth it.
Then we had same zap,
It was worth it.
same distorted 2-hit, bam, bam.
It's the remix.
And then we get to the second drop. Have the same chord hit, wow, the wow thing from the first. Followed by a crunchy little growl. Lots of background layers, oh my god. I replaced the clap, the first drop, with a chonky virtual rat snare. And I made the main bass here. Yay, actual sound designing, what? And this, I just dragged a virtual rat bass it into the noise oscillator. And moving the pitch knob gives it this stuttery effect. If I don't move this, if I bypass, can I bypass noise? Yeah. It just loops and goes da 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 da. But if I again use this LFO to bring down the pitch, it creates this stuttery effect. Then I added this comb filter. Nothing on the effects section, nice. And then the post-processing, we have all this. Pro Q. Removing harshness, texture. I don't know why. Distortion. OTT. More EQ to clean up the mess. OTT again. More distortion. Pro Q again. Just cleaning out those overblown muddy frequencies. Finishing it up with another distortion. Then that's how you get the main Sample. More glitch fills. I use the color base here and there for more fills and like textury background layer. The same way. Same as the first drop. Most of the background element is coming from the chords here, the crystallizers in these chords. Just getting, just the automation gives me anxiety, dude. What is this? Oh my god! I can't look. No, I can't look at this. Just, just lots of noise and just crystally artifacts, and also the vocal layer. A, a little classic dubstep solo with with vibrato and shit. With it's just made out of sync, saw wave, sync, sixth unison. And we get a switch up bass. Yeah, another sound design question mark. What? No, it's the same bass. Without actually having it sustain and go. I chopped it up. It goes back to the trappy drums, like the first drop. The bass hits, of course. And then the outro being the break after the first drop. Same thing, just without a continuation. Oh, so that's it for the breakdown. I hope you learned something. I'm trying to make more of these production breakdown videos, and let me know if I should. And yeah, if you like the video, like, share it with your friends, hit the subscribe button, follow me on Instagram, and listen to the song. It's out everywhere now. And so yeah, see you next time. Bye bye.